Oh my goodness. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, and welcome back to the Apollo Justice Trilogy. Y'all, I'm so sorry for the delayed start. I'm so sorry about that. Man, I thought I was being so slick. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna lay in bed for like a second. I got like a half hour before stream starts, and I'm just gonna like close my eyes for 2 seconds. And then I'm a half hour late to my own stream. I'm so sorry about that. Hi, Izzy. Hello, hello. I wish you might go. And hi. I'm glad to be here. I'm so sorry about that. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? Oh, no. Like, when you say colossal freakout, do you mean like in a good way or like a bad way? Because that can be used in either connotation. Oh my goodness. So sorry about that. But yeah, welcome back to the Apollo Justice Trilogy. Last we left off, we began the Turnabout Serenade, which is set at a Gavineers concert. Let's fucking go. We were backstage of a Gavineer concert. Amazing. Oh my god. I did see that. Yeah. Paranormal Sight 2. Let's fucking go. What was it called? It was like The Mermaid's Curse or something like that. Oh my god. It looks really fucking cute. Hell yeah. Man, okay, not to get sidetracked. It's currently, there was a Nintendo Direct today. It was like a partner showcase. This isn't meant to be shady. There were some cute games. Paranormal Sight was one of them that looked really good. I'm very excited for that. There was that like hacker shooter game as well that looked interesting as well. Not that I would ever play shooter, but I was kind of sad by the end of that direct because of Bethesda. I don't know. Bethesda, I'm not interested in what they have, unfortunately. I was like, man, there's no, like, interesting news other than, like, it didn't end off on a good note for me, which is very unfortunate, but hell yeah. I knew it was coming, but I was sure Paranormal Sight was doomed to stay in the shadows forever. No, absolutely not. And we know what? We're glad that it's in the light. Hell yeah. When does it come out? Does it come out in like... Oh, it's in like 2 fucking weeks. Oh, nice. Girl, you better get that turnaround quick then. Listen, I'll see if I can try to catch one of the streams when you do end up playing it. If I'm not busy that day, I'm weird. Hopefully I can be able to catch it on the 19th. Actually, what day is the 19th? Bitch, my money's flying out the window. I don't care. You know what? That is so fair. If it's a game series that you enjoy, I think it's worth it. I think it's always worth it. I got sidetracked for like a half second there. Apologies. Yeah, we met Lamua, we met Machitobaye, we met the victim, Mr. Latus, who died of a gunshot. No, you're always great, Izzy. Died of a gunshot wound. Also, apparently Javier was having like a really bad day yesterday. Hopefully today will be, not better for him, but better for us. Because we need a win. We need a win after last time. Last trial was a mess. We need this to go much better. But yeah. I think let's just not waste any more time. If we're gonna yap, we might as well yap while the game is going. Let's get right into this. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Hello, Robin. Hello. How you doing, darling? How you doing? check something real quick. Oh my goodness. Doing good. Let's fucking go. Glad to hear that. Alright, let's load the game. Glad to hear that y'all doing good. Let's open up this trial. July 9th at 10 a.m. at District Court, courtroom at number 3. Oh, we're just like jumping straight into it. Okay, we're not even getting like a little cute preamble. No, got it. Understood. We don't get to talk to Machi. We don't get to talk to Lamiwa. We don't get to talk to anybody. Okay. Oh my god. Hi, Judge. Sorry. You're a sight for sore eyes.
The court is now in session for, how do I say that? Machi Tobae, Your Honor. The Pixie of the Arpeggio.
The Pixie of the Arpeggio. That's a cute little title. Oh my god.
Right. His trial. Court is now in session.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Apollo, you're looking great. Javier, you're looking amazing.
The prosecution is a-okay, Judge. Very well. Prosecutor Gavin?
My opening statement, yeah?
No, actually, there was, something else I wanted to ask you about.
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind. Listen, no, I'm not. I'm keeping the voice. What do you want to talk about, Judge? What?
Oh? Yes?
Say you're going to visit someone in the hospital with an incurable disease.
What a great fucking start. What the fuck? Okay.
What do you say to them?
Girl, I don't know. Hope you get better soon. Please don't die. What? Who are you visiting? What's going on? Are you visiting someone with an incurable disease, Mr. Judge?
I mean, you would say get well soon, right?
Well, I guess not, no.
You'd only be kicking them down. You'll only be kicking them when they're down.
What are you talking about?
Actually, I'm going to visit someone who is terminally ill.
Oh, just bringing this up in the courtroom, okay. I mean, I hope everything's all right with them. They're not getting sicker, are they? Oh god, I hope not. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, darling.
Right after this trial, the Chief Justice's son.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. We're here to have a trial about this child over here. Child who's being accused of shooting a 6'8" man.
The Chief Justice's...
His son is afflicted with the most terrible disease.
Why is this? What?
He doesn't have long, it seems.
I'm so sorry for him. I'm so sorry. But also, this other child is about to get, like, put on death's row. So we need to focus on that. I mean, I'm so sorry. Can I send him, like, roses? Or, like, can he eat chocolate? I'll send him some chocolate. That feels bad. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make a joke out of it. This is awful. This is, like, an awful thing happening. And I understand you're looking for comfort. Mr. Judge, I don't know how to give that to you. I don't know how to help you there, buddy. Because I'm not the person to ask for this kind of advice. And again, I guess he wasn't asking me.
Yeah, so I thought I'd pay him a visit. I thought anything, I bought something moving. Saying something moving might be the order of the day.
Why don't grown-ups ever just see what's on their mind instead of pretending?
She's looking at me with something like disgust.
Hey, what are you looking at me for? That feels really targeted. Wait. Trucy, what does that mean? Wait, no, this is weird. Why do people ever say what's on their mind instead of pretending? Gives the side eye of gives the gay side eye. What does that mean? Wait, no, can we go back? Hold on. Trucy, what do you mean by that? Wait. Why do grown-ups ever just say what's on their mind instead of pretending? Side eyes Apollo. I think she's judging him for being a homosexual. I think that's what that is. I think she's like, why didn't you say that you wanted to kiss him? What's going on? Why are you hiding behind these veils? And you know what? She's right. She's right. Hello, Peach Town. Hello. How you doing? What gay shit I missed? Trucy judging the shit out of Apollo. This is related to the game. How familiar, if at all, are you to Zelda Ocarina of Time? Out of any Zelda game, unfortunately, I'm the least familiar with Ocarina of Time. Which is very funny for a very well-beloved game. But I know more about Majora's Mask than I do about Ocarina of Time. I'm so sorry, Robin. Weird that I know about the, like, pseudo-sequel more than the original, but yeah. Apologies. Out of curiosity, why, though?
In any case, I'm a bit busy today, so let's, wrap this up quickly.
Oh, great. Just what we need. Okay, great. Fun.
Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, briefly.
You're not here, Judge. I believe you will be going to your hospital visit sooner than you think.
Yeah, Troll's hair. No.
First, to review the victim in this case. Romain Latouche, age 35. The global manager for Diva Songstress, Lamua. The cause of death, blood loss due to being shot by a large caliber revolver. This report has all the details.
Ooh. The court accepts this as evidence.
Let's take a look at that. Latouche's autopsy report. Death due to loss of blood from a gunshot wound. Estimated time of death 9 to 9:30 p.m.
45 caliber. That's quite large, isn't it?
That's what she said. What? Let me look at this. Romain Latouche, age 35, male, July 7th, between 9 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. Nope. Blood loss due to oh my god. Can I read? Blood loss due to 45 caliber bullet wound. Time elapsed between shooting and death currently under review. Okay, so we don't know how long it was before they were shot and then finally bled out. I'm trying to do a second dungeon. I don't know how to get some of the bombs to fight the boss. For some reason, the shop's done some to beat the boss. Oh. Do they have bomb flowers in that game? Maybe we can try finding some of those. I don't know. I have no idea. Today I just got confirmation interesting my Astro Danny's Roll plush has finally begun shipping. Oh my goodness, congratulations! Hopefully it travels safely to your home. Let's fucking go. Let's see.
A direct hit from that could knock a man off his feet.
It clearly did.
However, the bullet struck him in the shoulder. The damage to the body was slight. Death was not immediate. Sadly, his blood loss was such that he could not be saved.
I suppose the victim's condition could have been much worse, considering.
Crime scene photo. Victim shot in the shoulder and Lamua's wounds. Look at that bugger. And get to make his other efforts for him. My god, you're gonna dress him up. They're bomb flowers, but they light as soon as you pick them up. Fight the boss with them if need be, but it would be harder. Do you already have a bomb bag? If you can, like, cut grass, you might be able to get some. I have no... Sorry. I'm trying to shoot any ideas I can think of based off of those games. Oh, no, not autoplay. 2 shots were fired.
One shot missed, the other penetrated and passed through the victim's shoulder. Both bullets were found in the wall of the scene of the crime. Observe the dive. This is where the bullets hit. That's a bit weird. That's probably the only option. Unfortunate. Just holy shit, why is the chemo so loud? Check settings. Oh, is it 100% volume? Okay. I'm now realizing the placement, like the position of the bullets with the room is like, this little partition in the middle blocks one of them. Ugh, and they're like really trapped in there. Okay.
I see. The court accepts this evidence.
Diagram added to the court record. Oh my god, we're just getting everything. Oh my god.
If we're talking about a 45 caliber revolver, we must assume that the killer was adept at the weapon's use.
Really? Yeah, apparently. Weapons that size have a powerful kickback. Yeah, and you're saying that this falsetto child, what did you call him? The pixie of the arpeggio? Crazy, by the way. The pixie of the arpeggio was the one who had to shoot him. I'm sure because I'm not running all the way back and forth through the physics. Deathmatch, which famously does not have much graph. Yeah, it might be just better to cheat the man. Might just be better to cheat him, man. Let's be honest. We don't want to run all the way. And you're saying that this little fucking pixie polite over here was the one who... That was mean. Sorry. You say this little falsetto child is the one who shot this pistol. Yeah, okay. Sure. Whatever you say, game. Yeah. If, say, the judge tried to fire one, it'd break every bone in his body. And you think this child did it?
The defense won't take more care in choosing examples.
As I was saying, the victim was shot backstage, in the dressing room. The dressing room has only one entrance, this door.
That does seem to be the case, yes.
However, there were witnesses who heard the gunshots. He's talking about you and Emma, huh? Yet when the witnesses entered the room, it was empty. Save for the victim's body, of course. That's the big question. How the fuck?
But that's impossible!
Exactly. This murder was impossible. For all but one person. This child!
One person?
That is, of course, the defendant, Machito Baye.
Only this defendant could have committed the crime? Are we sure we don't have, like, another one or something? One that's a bit more, sturdy? But how?
It's quite simple. The circumstances of the crime scene make it clear. The circumstances of the crime scene? What do you mean by that?
Very well. I assume you have a testimony to back this up, to back this claim. Please show the witness to the stand.
It's me. Oh, Emma! Hey, girl! Your name and profession, please? Emma Sky. I'm a detective for the police department. I was on security detail at the concert forum that night. Emma seems tired somehow.
Security at the concert, you say? Don't you look familiar? Could have swear I've seen that lab coat before.
Cuddle time, cuddle time. Some security I was. Couldn't even stop a murder.
Now, don't blame yourself. Things like this happen. People get killed all the time. I've made even bigger mistakes in my career, you know.
So what you're saying is you've also inadvertently let people die. Okay, great. I don't know if you want to be admitting that, Judge. That's not good. I'm sure that makes her feel much better. Yeah. I want to hear about these big mistakes. Yeah, the first mistake was he let Phoenix interrogate a parrot.
In any case, because you were on security detail, the crime was too quickly discovered.
I mean, the judge has probably given bad verdicts before, so yeah.
And we were able to identify the killer. You may give the court your testimony, if you would. Describe the circumstances of that day and your discovery of the crime, please. All right.
All right, let's hear what you got. Witnessed testimony. Murderous circumstances. Oh god. The night of the murder, I was on security backstage as at Prosecutor Gavin's request. Only people involved with the concert in some way were allowed backstage. Yeah, except for us. We were just there vibing. At the beginning of the third set, I hear shots. I went into the room filled with blaring rock music and found the body. I examined the scene and determined that only the defendant could have done it. That's so vague. Why, though? Why the child?
It was lucky that a detective was the first on the scene.
But that door was the only way out of the room, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Then I don't get it. How could they say that Machi did it? I think I know what they're going for. They're gonna go for that vent, probably. The same vent that we were like, Sardai's the vent. Oh, looks like we need a bit more information. Yeah, not the blind child. Yeah, that's all. You know, the child is also blind. That doesn't help him. In the circumstances, this like 4'2" blind child, with brittle bones, is shooting this 8 tall behemoth of a man.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
This statement is vague as fuck. Let's just press everything. That night I was on backstage, flipping my hair out. The night of the murder was the night of the concert, yes? That's right. What was the detective doing on security detail, might I ask? It's a great question.
If it was only a concert,
My thoughts exactly.
but orders are orders, even if they come from rock gods.
Prosecutor Gavin?
Yes, allow me to explain. I smelled something that day. You might say the stench of conspiracy.
Why? Because your keys were missing?
That day at the concert hall?
Conspiracy?
Well, isn't it obvious? My keys, not the whole morning. No, the whole day was ruined.
And it was all because someone stole my keys. Ah, yes, your very important keys. You holding them up. Hello.
I couldn't ride my hog to the show. I couldn't open my guitar case.
There he goes again. Isn't it possible he simply misplaced them? I don't know. He seems... This isn't a read. He does not seem like the person who would just casually misplace his keys. Let's put it like that.
Misplaced them. Misplaced items do not just wander into a murder victim's hand on their own.
What's this? Prosecutor Gavin, if your keys were in the victim's hand, you murdered them! You're guilty! No, that makes you a prime suspect.
That does make him... It does make it really weird. Yeah, he's just gonna cover this up with a guitar solo. Don't mind him.
Love, acting in the new. At your queen is waiting for you.
He's singing something. Does everything with this guy have to be so over the top?
The killing happened in the middle of my concert. I was a lucky sailor, adrift on a sea of sound. Anyway, I didn't want anything else stolen. So I put the detective with the most time on their hands on the task.
He took one look at her and said, "Bitch, you got nothing else going on. Be security at my concert. You're not doing anything tonight, right? Right."
I can see. I can accept that.
Well, I can't. What do you mean most time on their hands?
Please, the testimony.
Only people involved with the concert in some way were allowed backstage. You were let in, though. I didn't know about that. I certainly didn't invite you. And you certainly weren't invited. Even if Gavin did do it, why didn't he take the keys? That is also true. I give the Fräulein special permission to be there. I wanted to see her again. Oh boy, did you hear that? We're officially involved now! Girl, this is not good! Gee, great. Some other hanger-ons tried to get backstage, but I drove them off. So no other outsiders were there then. And then... Meanwhile, Gumshoe crying in a corner. Oh my god, Gumshoe! Where is he? I need Gumshoe back right now. At the beginning of the third set, I hear shots. Someone was doing shots in Lamura's room. I believe we're having a chat when we heard the shots. You were the one chatting. I was eating snackus.
Ah, hey, no stacking in court.
And your shoulder shots came from Lamura's room?
Yes, absolutely. Hey, I'm the one being cross-examined here. Here, this will keep you quiet. Thanks. So... So how about it, Emma? We were right there. Hard to be mistaken about that.
Please, either talk or eat, not both at the same time.
Alright, so after that, me and Mr. Lawyer there opened the dressing room door. I went into the room filled with blaring rock music and found the body.
Rock? Nope.
Rock? Blaring, yes.
When you say rock, are you referring to perhaps to this rock and roll music that is oh so popular these days?
That's right. When we went into the dressing room, music was blaring over the speaker on the wall. They piped sound from the stage into the backstage through speakers. That way people in the back can hear when they're supposed to be on stage. Did it have to be so loud?
You don't listen to the Gavin ears with your ears. You feel it with your entire body and soul. I always have the backstage monitor at full volume.
Oh, I'm sure that's great for your ears, buddy. When we walked into the room, the band was playing Guilty Love, I believe, making it easy to determine the time of the crime.
If you could hear that music playing.
Then everyone on stage for that song has an alibi. Including myself.
Anyway, I closed off the scene and started my investigation. I examined the scene and determined the only defendant could have done it. Tell me about that. Why are you so certain? How could you know something like that? As I said, it was clear from the circumstances. Listen, we know there was only one exit from that room, that door. The small window only opened up a tiny crack, and I was standing in front of that door. So, how could the killer have fled the scene? Through the vent. There's only one possibility. The air vent.
Objection!
But that air vent was too small. Who could possibly... Girl, you just answered the question. Exactly. Yeah. When you said having shots, my first thought was estrogen shots. Oh my god, he was taking estrogen. They were taking estrogen. Hooray for them! Hooray for her!
There was certainly no way you could have get through, nor me. The only one who could fit through was a child.
A falsetto child.
A child. Remember, access to those rooms were limited. Only those involved with the concert were allowed. And of all the people involved with the concert, only one is small enough to be considered a child.
Yeah, it's you. No.
The defendant?
The pixie of the arpeggio flittered up towards the sky and disappeared from the scene of the crime.
Well, that's a bunch of bullshit, but that's just conjecture.
Oh? There was no other way out of that room. You were there. You should know, Air Forehead.
It's not wrong. I feel like there's something that we're missing, though.
And there's another vital piece of evidence.
Oh, and what's that? Skull Kid, you took a break from the moon crash to murder this guy. Skull Kid, how could you?
Evidence?
What?
Marks were found on the air vent grill.
What?
Traces that had recently been opened.
Wait, what? Why are we hearing about this now?
And something else was found, quite clearly. The defendant, Machitobe's fingerprint.
What? Girl, are you fucking kidding me? Girl, look at her stand.
Order, order, order!
The door vents was the only way out of that room. Defendant's fingerprints were found on the grill.
Well, Air Forehead, I feel like we need to talk to a witness. Hello? What fairy tale does this suggest to you?
Only one could pass through the vent, that doorway to heaven. And that one is our pixie.
Why are you looking at me, Apollo? Hey, I was out whooping it up in the audience.
Oh, so this was this decisive evidence.
Quite decisive indeed. I'm just gonna tell him guilty right now. I believe that's enough of that.
Fuck.
The prosecution has a rather convincing case. The only way out of the crime scene was watched, making the defendant the only one who could possibly leave the scene.
But it's a child! With a gun! Girl!
Simple and decisive.
Simple and decisive, my fucking ass. This is gonna be the most difficult fucking trial, isn't it?
I believe we've heard enough to determine our verdict.
No. Trucy, get out Mr. Hannigan, please.
Even if I wasn't in a hurry to make a hospital visit.
I'm sure the Chief of Justice would appreciate the gesture. There we go. Unfortunately, we have no direct witnesses.
Can we get, like, Lamiwa in here?
Fortunately, the criminal left decisive evidence for us. That will have to be enough.
Ah, it can't be over already.
Very well, I believe this trial is finished. If the defense has no contradicting evidence.
The prosecution has presented our proof clear and plain. If you have the contradicting evidence, it better be clear and plain.
Yeah, let me show you clear and plain. Come on. Apollo! They've got us in the ropes already! You better come up with something quick! I know. Think, what can get us out of this? We need evidence or witness that can prove Machi was innocent beyond a doubt. Without that...
Mr. Justice, do you have contradicting proof that can overturn the prosecution's case? If you do, you better tell us about it now.
This is it. And so soon. Your Honor, this is a child holding a .45 caliber gun we're suggesting. Yeah, this is complete bullshit. No injury, no nothing. If I mess this one up, it's all over. The court wants contradicting proof. Show evidence, call a witness, or I don't have proof. Court record, what do we got? If anything, evidence-wise? brooch. That was missing from Lamua. We need to get Lamua on the stage, I think. I think that's what we need to do. Prosecutor Gavin, you claim there were no witnesses to this crime? Are you absolutely sure?
Absolutely. I swear on it in my career as a prosecutor. And on my million-seller hit song, Atro Queen, My Love. Atro Queenie? Atroquine?
Atroquinine, my love. There he goes again. That's too bad, because there was a witness.
Oh, really now? But how do you come to possess knowledge that the prosecution clearly does not?
Because I'm the only one in the world who knows this. What's going on? I just talked to him. No. He's alive. Mr. Latouche, can you hear me?
So cold. Witness.
You're cold? Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Help is on the way.
See.
Hang in there, Mr. Latouche. Tell me, who was the witness?
Witness. Is Siren. What? The victim said this before he died?
Perhaps he did. Or perhaps he did not.
What do you mean by that?
All we know is what Air Forehead says he said. It is no testimony, especially if it comes from the defense attorney himself.
But it's the truth. He said it. I even told you about it. But apparently you ignored me completely.
It's my policy to fully investigate everything I deem relevant. Clearly, this rookie lawyer thinks he can tell me how to do my job.
That's enough. Mr. Justice, we need clear contradictory proof from you. This witness of yours unknown to the prosecution. I hope you're right. Failure carries a stiff penalty.
Perhaps a stiffer penalty than usual is called for?
There's no backing out now.
Let's hear the name of your witness, Mr. Justice.
We need Lamua stat. We need her here yesterday.
Lamua!
Recall Mr. Latouche's last words.
Witness is Siren. The Siren? Aha! Oh, he meant the Siren.
That's right. The Siren of the ballad, Lamua. Lamua was the only on stage for the second set. And she had no access to the backstage, and she had access to the backstage area. We'd like to claim that Lamua shot him instead! She could have been a witness.
I see. Well, Prosecutor Gavin.
My claim still stands. There is no witness to this crime.
Very well. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth then, shall we? You will now take a break from Detective MSK's cross-examination. Please show Lamua to the witness stand.
Lamua would say nothing on the night of the murder. Not today, though. Today we'll drag the story out of her, no matter what it is. Hi, darling. Hello. How are you doing?
It is my distinct honor to welcome the Siren of the ballad to our courtroom. You are too kind.
You can speak English.
Yes. Yes, I can. Though I'm not very good. There is much I do not know.
You speak so well. Have you spent time here before?
Actually, I do not know how I came by my knowledge of your language, nor will I studied it.
Huh? What does she mean she doesn't know?
I too thought to call her as a witness, but I did not. I had a reason, of course.
What's that?
Lamua suffers from amnesia.
Amnesia?
Lamua is not my true name. Yet I remember nothing of the time before I was given it.
Oh. Oh shit!
Nothing of the time before I started singing on stage.
Whoa, she's even more mysterious than I thought!
As a loaded singer Lamua, she lives a good life. There were little difficulties for her, thanks to her success. Yet, I did not wish to subject her to unnecessary stress.
I see. I care surprisingly little about people's pasts.
You know what? That's fair.
You have nothing to fear in this court, Lamua.
Thank you. Yet there is something I do not understand. I am called as a witness. What might I say? No one will tell me anything of what happened. Lamua, let me be frank. I do not want to ask you up here to justify. Yet that young gentleman with the white forehead over there is adamant that you stand. Oh my.
Congratulations, Apollo. You're the bad guy. I don't think we're ever been the good guy in this situation.
Well, now that you're here, please give us your testimony. Let's see what you saw. If nothing else, the sound of your voice is welcome. Tell us what you saw the night of the crime.
Let's hear about it. Nah, you're good. You're good. Listen, as long as you're enjoying it, that's all that matters. What I saw.
As for what I saw nothing.
Great. Fantastic fucking moment. Amazing. I fucking cooked. I haven't been by recently. No. I'll have to stop by next time. Ooh. Thanks, Lamua. Amazing. Testimony over. The music stops. It's like, well, I don't know what you expected. I didn't see shit.
That night, I was invited to sing on stage, and this I did. I did not return backstage after the second set.
I don't know about that, girl. You were missing your brooch, which you still do not have on you. I'll see if I can pop by. Yeah, it's Pokemon. Ooh, yeah, I'll see about popping by. Absolutely.
And I was led by the police to Mr. Gavin's dressing room, and told to wait there. That is where I learned that something had happened, but I wasn't told the details.
I must say, you sound wonderful just testifying.
Uppy was too distracted to hear what she was actually saying.
There you have it. She saw nothing that night. Now we can pray that the defense has the sense to admit defeat. And refrain from detaining her here any longer than she needs to be.
Wow, you just get better, Apollo. Way to go!
Very well, Mr. Justice. Keep it short and sweet. I still have to go after this.
Lamia wouldn't talk to me that night of the crime. She must know something. I've gotta find out what. Your Honor, please stop sifting for the witness. We gotta stop. Alright, I immediately want to jump on, I did not return backstage at the second set, but we found your brooch and I want to know why. I'm sorry, Lamia, but I'm having trouble believing you. You remember this brooch, do you not?
Well, that's Lamia's. She was wearing it for her song.
Care to add that to the testimony, Prosecutor Gavin?
What?
This brooch was found after the murder took place, at the very scene of the crime.
What?
Lamua, how did your brooch get backstage if you did not go there yourself? And as Prosecutor Gavin has just told us, you have been wearing it during your performance that night. mark when you pulled it out. That's really cute.
What is the meaning of this? Lamiwa, please explain.
Lamiwa?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
She says English is quite difficult.
That trick's not gonna work here.
Your forehead. Your forehead may be large, but you are a lawyer, truly. But you have missed one important fact.
Oh, what now?
Oh. In fact, at the time of the incident, I went backstage, but only for a moment.
Oh, well, would you like to add that to your fucking testimony, huh? What?
Think back to the moment of the crime. You know whereof I speak.
Is she really saying all of that? Love speaking in hieroglyphs. He just adds little ad-libs in there. What is she talking about, Apollo?
Right when the incident occurred.
Is she talking about that?
Watch this room for me. I have to call for backup. Right, understood. You want me to make sure no one comes in, right?
Mr. Lutus, can you hear me?
Cold. So cold, witness.
You're cold? Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Help is on the way.
The witness is red.
Siren. How can Siren witness anything?
Yikes, Emma. Oh! Who's there?
What's wrong?
Emma, did you see anyone just now?
Huh? No. I could have sworn I heard a door close. I looked into the room. Just a glance, mind you.
Oh, so this is...
Oh, oop, nope. Girl, he does not like that.
So this is when your brooch this is when your brooch dropped? That explains that. It does. There is no other time I could have dropped it.
That's ridiculous. You only looked in there for an instant and you dropped your brooch?
Her forehead. Oh. She has raised a possibility. The only thing that can counter that is evidence.
So she looked in at the scene of the crime.
Actually, I intended to go into the dressing room. I knew nothing of what had happened, of course. But the moment I heard the door, I heard the horrible...
Swear to God. Apollo is not winning today. Apollo just keeps getting beat the fuck down. I swear to God.
Her forehead shouting, who's there, no doubt. A horrible voice indeed.
Rip Apple. Oh no, not Apple. There he goes.
I closed the door immediately.
Well, that explains the brooch. Let's return to your testimony.
That's too convenient. She's hiding something. Lamiwa, you did look into that room though, right?
Yes.
Testify as to what you saw.
Very well. Though it was only the briefest of glimpses.
When my performance was finished, I went backstage for just a moment. I saw nothing. The late Mr. Lich's body was behind a wall. Let's press... I think both of those were added, it looks like. I saw nothing. Yeah, that was added, and this was added. Let's press both of them and see what we can find. What did you see in that brief glimpse?
I had only opened the door slightly when I heard that horrible voice.
And shut the door.
Thank you, Izzy.
I have always wondered, their forehead. Is that voice of yours like a volume known?
It's my cords of steel, man. Just back off.
I saw nothing. They laid Mr. Latus's body was behind the wall. A wall? Was there a wall there? Terste is what it is in English? A division, or partition, I believe. Oh, there's a large dressing room divided into halves. And the murder took place inside the second half. I guess that partition might have hidden the body. Oh, I am noticing the little... Oh, are we supposed to... Is she lying? Ooh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me try something. Is she... I saw nothing. Oh! She's... swallowing? Gotcha! Why are you swallowing, girl? What's going on there? I was about to say, there was a gag order. You didn't know about his death until recently, until we told you later. And you were shocked by it. The late Mr. Latus's body, you say? Yes. You know something more about Mr. Latus's death than you're saying. What? I could see you trying not to remember, but the effort made you swallow. You can't fool my eyes. It is true. It was so terrible after all. Why did Mr. Latus have to be shot? One moment, Lamiwa. Yes? What was that you just said? Why did Mr. Latus have to be shot? Yes? She was hiding something, I knew it. Lamiwa, I'm afraid you haven't realized, but your words just now contradict your testimony. How could that be? Take this. Lamira contradicted her own testimony, and I have the evidence to prove it. The gag order? It's gotta be the gag order. She shouldn't have known that he was shot. Tell me, Lamiwa, how did you know that he had been shot? Well, Immediately following the incident, a gag order was placed on the scene. This is the document proving that. Your testimony, you told the court. No one told me anything about the incident. Yeah. Furthermore, you testified that you had seen nothing. Shit. Yet you knew that Mr. Latus had been shot. How could you have known? There she goes.
Lamiwa, you aren't hiding something from this court, I hope.
Oh my god. That sweet song of hers was sounding a little too sweet. Now I remember. Please, allow me to add to my testimony.
Of course. All we want to know is the truth.
She looks kind of pale, huh? She saw something, I know it. Even the victim said so. I saw bullet holes. No! No, ma'am! No. Because we know that the diagram, you would not be able to see shit with that diagram. The fuck not. Not if you just glanced in there. Fuck you. That's aggressive. Fuck you. Lamiwa, they told you the Siren the ballad, but lies are hardly becoming of such a creature.
A put-down worthy of our prosecutor, Mr. Justice.
Such put-downs are hardly becoming of you, Apollo.
Stop polishing your forehead and start polishing your character, yeah?
Come on, can't I be cool for once? No. No, Apollo. You're a protagonist in an Ace Attorney game. Everyone must shit on you constantly. Observe the diagram. Lemuel, you looked in from the door for just a moment. Correct?
Yes, that is so.
There were bullet holes in the room, yes? But they were in the wall the door is on.
Eh?
You see, assuming you merely glanced into the room, you couldn't have seen those bullet holes. Yeah! Oh, I love her. Look at her go.
Lamiwa?
Yes?
I'm afraid the defense has raised a good point. It appears you've been holding back something.
And I must tell you. I must tell you what it is that I saw.
Why are you gonna put it like that? Excuse you?
Yes. The happenings in this trial are being recorded. And I'm certain it will be on the news in Borginia. You understand your reputation is at stake. It falls on you to avoid tarnishing it.
Personally speaking, I still believe that cross-examining her will yield us absolutely nothing.
But she knew how Mr. Latouche died. And her name, and he named her as a witness. You must have seen something, Lemuel.
Very well. Lamiwa, please continue to your testimony.
Very well. I shall.
Witness testimony. What I saw too, Electric Boogaloo. Let's go.
I was on my way from the stage to the back exit. There was something like a little window there. That is how I saw it. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it. But it wasn't Machi. He was a grown person. I know it was.
Ooh, wait a minute, you're on her side! You actually saw it! And you know it wasn't Machi. Interesting. And you know it was a grown person. Oh, interesting. Okay.
And the killer was a grown person, you say?
God, this is my first time hearing this, I assure you. Nice Blair, your forehead.
Very well, Mr. Justice. You may begin your cross-examination.
Great going, Apollo. You were right about Lemuel.
What's wrong? You don't look too happy.
This whole thing smells fishy. That's what's wrong. I kind of want to know who this grown man was. Did he have like any identifying features, or like don't have a ring there, so I don't think we have to do anything with that yet. Can we ask about that man? The man in the window. The man in the mirror. Oh, sorry. Can do anything to stop it, but it wasn't Machi. It was a grown person. I want to know who. Can you speak on it? A grown person? That's a little vague.
I'm sorry.
I think it's that guy you called Banana. Who?
I am sorry. My skills with your language are lacking, I know.
Certainly, you could see whether the shooter was male or female.
The yellow man. Oh! No. Yeah, no. Fucking, Banana St. James, whatever his face is. Hold on. Do we have him in the court record? No, we don't. That mysterious top-hat man. The man in the yellow hat. Curious George.
It was a man. A young man.
Young man! You settled it down, you said, young man!
Dun, 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 dun,
You are sure of that?
Yes, his voice was quite clear.
His voice was quite clear?
Voice?
Hmm. Looking at this diagram, it seems the dressing room was quite cluttered. It does seem likely that you wouldn't have had a clear view of the shooter.
As a singer, I rely more on my ears than my eyes.
Interesting. I guess that's fair, yeah.
When I hear a voice, I do not forget it.
Ooh, that's good to know. Ooh, I wonder if you can, like, if people just start speaking, if you can, like, figure out who it was.
That voice was the voice of a man.
So you heard a voice, but wait. Couldn't that have been the victim, Mr. Latouche?
Absolutely not. Did I not just say that I do not forget a voice? If it was Mr. Latouche who spoke, I would have known.
She's got you there.
Indeed. So you were at the window and you heard the shooter's voice, the voice of a
Young man.
Apollo, this is a good testimony! That proves it wasn't Machi!
Indeed. If this turns out to be true, it would cast this case in a considerably different light. What is the defense opinion of this testimony?
It's pretty good or it's contradictory. Okay, what do we know about... What do we know? We know several things. We know about the window. It's hard to think that the guy could have escaped after being shot because he couldn't have gotten through the vent. I feel like we're missing something. There's something suspicious. I don't know. There's something wrong with it. But I don't know what it is. It feels too perfect. It's like, yes, the singer who can recognize any person's voice just knows the voice of the killer. Or some shit like that.
Though it pains me to say this, there's something about Lamiwa's testimony that rings false.
This is good testimony, but it's too good.
Bravo, air forehead. You're colder than I thought. I'm sure you remember what the problem is as well as I do, Gavin. As has been established, no grown man could pass through that air vent. He couldn't have fled the scene of the crime. That is the problem now, isn't it?
But that means Lamiwa has to be lying.
I know, and I know it's bad for our case, but I can't shut my eyes to this. Believe me, the idea was tempting. This as Air Forehead says. Yeah, this is not the only contradiction within her testimony.
Excuse you?
What next? What is he talking about? Lamiwa, I understand why you would want to protect Machi. Yet, remember, you are the Siren of the ballad, and lies do not become of such a creature.
What does the prostitution mean?
Paula, what is he talking about? Girl just stole my line. How come no one bats an eye when he says stuff like that? Because he's just a fucking weirdo.
I recall the state of the crime scene quite well. The state of the room? Yes, and when the murder took place, that window was closed. I found it hard to believe you could hear a voice through it. What? But I am sure. Lamiwa, I have nothing but the highest regard for your musical sense. But my opinion of you as a witness is somewhat lesser.
Objection!
But she's the only eyewitness we have.
Objection!
As so you say. But the victim named her the Siren as the witness? That's right. That's what Mr. Latouche. We heard your claim. We even entertained the possibility. And this brought us to this. Dear Judge.
Yes?
The prosecution requests that the witness be excused.
What is going on?
Please.
I'm afraid I must honor the prosecution's request.
God fucking damn it!
There is indeed a question of the witness's credibility.
But if Lumberwa can't testify, then we don't have a chance of proving Machi's innocence.
This cross-examination is over. Prosecutor Gavin, you may continue making your case.
Danke. Now, where were we? Yes, I would like to hear from Fräulein Detective again.
There's something up with you. What is wrong?
There's something suspicious. I have a growing suspicion about something, but I'm gonna wait to see what happens. Let's see. Oh shit, ads just hit. Hold on. We're gonna wait a second. Hold on. Just a moment. Let's see. I think hopefully we should be good now. Okay, I think we're nearing good.
Objection!
Wait, let me hear Lumberwa's testimony one last time.
The cross-examination is already over. Until such a time as a need arises, this witness may leave the stand.
I am sorry I could not be more assistance.
You know something, and I don't like that. You seem so smug.
At last, back to the real trial. Ready, Air Forehead? I hope I didn't just miss my only chance. Fräulein Detective, how far have we gotten until we were so rudely interrupted? Don't ask me. I dislike saying the same things twice, and I never repeat the song for an encore.
You would, Miss Sky.
I believe I was saying that the only way that Mr. Latus's killer could have escaped was through that air vent on the ceiling.
Ah, yes, there was only one door in that room, and a witness, you, was standing in front of it.
That air vent isn't very big, see? Kind of limits the people who can possibly get through it.
And yeah, you think it's this small fucking child.
I certainly would have a difficult time.
You sure would. Not that you would have been there in the first place, though. Remember, the whole backstage area was off limits to people not involved at the concert. The only people who meet the conditions for our killer is our defendant.
A small child who can't fucking see, yeah.
A virtuoso performance. I couldn't have put it better myself.
She does state a clear case.
This is a small child, y'all.
Oh, reading the report, something caught my eye.
What's that?
Oh, what's that?
The circumstances of the defendant's arrest.
Circumstances? Again?
Hey, that's right, Apollo! Remember when we found Machi? How is the— Oh, when the body disappeared! Oh, that's right. Girl! I'm sick of this shit. You think this small blind pixie child shot this man with a high caliber gun and then moved his 8'9" body all the way to the stage, onto the lift, and then pulled the lift. And then what? Just went unconscious? Stole the guitar? I find it hard to believe. I find it very, very hard to believe.
She's right. Why did Mr. Lutus's body disappear from the room?
And end up on top of that stage tower? Girl, better question. How the fuck did it get up there?
God. Holding a guitar, no less. Perceptive observation, Air Judge.
Thanks. It was kind of an accident, really. But you work in this job long enough. You get a nose for things.
The judge sure seems pleased with himself.
Very good, Fräulein Detective. Perhaps you can tie it all together for us? Why was the body moved? And how does that lead us to the killer? The missing body. I believe Machi stole the body because of some lyrics. He moved the body to match Lamiwa's song. No one in this country has a motive to kill the victim. I guess, yeah, that's true. And Machi practically left his signature at the scene. Girl, what do you mean by that? All of his evidence clearly points to the
What do you no. What do you mean he left his signature at the scene?
Lamiwa's song? Yes, the guitar serenade. You noted its code, too, did you not? Its code? All the events that they followed the lyrics to our song. First, the keys my heart held on to so tightly were stolen. Then Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flames on stage. Mr. Lutus's life was taken by a bullet. And the rest hardly needs explanation. Guitar, up together to the sky.
That's mad! It's like a story out of some fairy tale.
Girl, what's with this pixie polite shit? What's with the fairy tales? What's going on?
I admit I'd forgotten about the song. Well, there it is now, waiting for me. The grand finale, as it were.
Hey, I was the one who first noticed that.
I've heard of jumping rope. Oh, I've heard of jumping ropes to songs or counting to songs. Killing.
It is a wild world out there, Air Judge.
Very well. We've heard one song and dance. Let's get on to the next one. The cross-examination.
I'm not so sure I'm gonna be doing much singing.
Well, he's gonna put a little jester clown hat on you and you're gonna dance so much, Apollo. The missing body. I want to know about this signature. Fuck the rest of this. Fuck all of this. Screw you. Machi practically let his signature on the crime scene. Tell me about that.
What do you mean by his signature? The bullet holes in the wall, of course.
The bullet holes?
The revolver was fired twice. One shot missed and left a hole in the wall.
And that means what exactly?
The dressing room isn't exactly spacious. Picture the shooter facing off with the victim in there. They can't have been more than 5 feet apart. It would have been difficult, almost impossible to miss at that range.
Difficult to miss, you say?
This is also a child!
Very. Assuming the shooter could properly aim.
Oh, you can't be serious.
Machi! He can't see!
That's why he missed? Girl, I don't believe it for a second.
It's the only explanation that makes sense. He used the sounds and other senses to fire the gun. Poorly. That reminds me, the monitor that was blaring in that room was blaring at the time, yeah? Hardly ideal conditions for tracking by sound.
A blind shooter. No wonder he missed.
I'm about to blind shoot all of you. No, I'm kidding.
You know those bullet holes could come back to haunt me.
No, fuck you, raise an objection. Sure, there were bullet holes left in the wall. But that doesn't prove the shooter couldn't see.
Oh, how so?
Well, there could have been a struggle with the victim.
That's certainly possible.
And it might have been the revolver's fault.
The revolver?
The revolver was a very large caliber, correct?
If the shooter wasn't used to firing such a large weapon. I could dislocate their shoulder.
Hey, child, are you injured?
No, sorry. I'm so sorry. This is ridiculous!
Exactly. The defendant, Machitobaye, is, as you can see, tiny. It's not so hard to picture him firing the gun and missing entirely. The kickback alone would throw off his aim.
That just kind of... You gave a fucking... Whatever. This is batshit insane, yeah.
A convincing argument to be sure.
Haha! Take that, smug prosecution. No. This is bad for us. Apollo. Huh? What? I think you dug your own grave, man. I think you dug your own grave. That bit about Machi being tiny. And the gun throwing off his aim? Aren't you kind of, insinuating that he shot him? Admitting that he did it? Apollo, you dumb bitch.
Oh. It does not matter why he missed. What matters is the shooter was without a doubt the defendant. Even the defense seems to agree with that point.
Cripes, I really put my foot in it this time.
But let's get the facts of the matter on the record. If you would, Fräulein Detective.
Very well, the witness will add this to her testimony.
Right. So fucking fun. In the state of the crime scene, I can conclude the shooter was blind. Do we have anything that can help us now? Anything? From the state of the crime scene. I need to rack, but that's beside the point. Wait a minute. Wait. If he was blind, he wouldn't have known to wipe off this. Can we... Objection! Hold on. Oh, okay. Okay. The prosecution holds that the shooter couldn't see. A scientific conclusion based on a thorough examination of the crime scene. Yes. Apparently not thorough enough. I have certain piece of evidence that completely overturns your claim. What? This is that evidence.
The photograph of the crime scene?
I don't care for much of the smirk on Prosecutor Gavin's face. But this is no time to think twice. Time to press on. Yes, Your Honor, the crime scene. There's something in here that decisively contradicts the prosecution's point.
And perhaps you best show us this something? Get your finger out there, out on the breeze and put it to good use, yeah?
Very well. Show us what you're talking about, Mr. Justice.
Contradiction of the scene of the crime is up here. There we go. The contradiction is right here. The smeared bloodstains?
I thought it was just my blurry vision.
Girl, you were too damn old.
But it really was blurry. The way the victim's hand is raised above his head. Much like a gesture I have seen many times in this court.
It's almost as if he wrote something.
Aha! I get it! At least, I think I get it.
Get what, Fräulein?
When Mr. Latus was shot, he tried to write something. And what would he write but the shooter's name? Put that Nintendo stylus to use, Apollo! We need to fill a quota here. What would he write in but... What we write in it but his own blood? Pretty good, huh?
Thanks for making my point for me. Yes, in fact, that's what I think happened here.
That does seem to be a distinct possibility.
So, the victim wrote the killer's name. certainly a logical conclusion.
Trent, I just wish it wasn't all rubbed out like that.
Of course it's rubbed out. Why, if I were a killer, I certainly wouldn't to leave my own name behind.
Neither would I.
No one has anything else to say?
About what?
Girl, what? I guess we're just in a corner now. I guess we just got sat. Whatever.
So the prosecution accepts this? You agree with what the victim was making an attempt to record? You agreed this was what the victim making an attempt to record the name of the killer, and that the killer tried to rub the name out. What's your point?
They know something. I don't like that. What do you know that we don't? What information are you privy to that we are just fools among men that we do not know?
What's my point? Let me ask you this. How did the killer know the victim was writing their name? Well, Mr. Lichus was writing something in blood. Once the killer saw what it was... Wait.
Once he saw what it was.
What did you just testify about the shooter? I said that they were blind.
Ah!
Yet the crime scene itself contradicts that. The killer had to have been able to see. Why would they rub out the name in blood otherwise? May I remind the court that the defendant, Machi Tobaye, is blind. He couldn't have been the shooter. Impossible!
Yeah, the court is just like vibing, just like, la-da-da!
Please explain to me what all this means.
Oh, he does not look stressed at all. I don't like that.
I mean, looking at this photo, it seems quite clear that the shooter could see. Yet up until now...
Oh! It seems I owe the court an apology. The governors are a band with law enforcement ties, yet a murder occurred during our concert. Apparently, this caused some confusion over jurisdiction. As a result, some reports were not filed in entirely timely manner. I'm not sure I like the vibe I'm getting here.
Hey, Paulo, look at him. Why is Prosecutor Gavin all relaxed and smiling like that? Why isn't he in danger? Like he knows something we don't. And he's about to tell us.
I've got an idea. Let's rock! These documents. But before that, I have a question for the frontline detective. If I may? What? Tell me, why do you think that Mochito Baye is blind? Huh? What did he say? What are you saying? Of course he's blind. Of course? He's the blind pianist, right? So... Doesn't Lamiwa lead him around by hand all the time? No.
Is it reversed?
I have a report here on the defendant, Machito Baye. According to this, Machito Baye can see perfectly well. What?
Does that mean... Oh my god!
Lamiwa's blind, isn't she?
That's why they were so focused on what she could see, because she couldn't see shit. It's not her leading around Machi. Machi is leading her.
His blindness was merely a publicity ploy by those clever Borginians. He can see quite well.
Objection!
What? But you said... What did I say exactly? Their forehead. Not once in the course of this trial have I claimed the defendant was blind. The only one who did that was Fräulein Detective.
Oh my god.
But that's a significant fact, yes. Consider, Machito Baye sees, and he was the only one who could have fled through the air vent. I see no problems with this. But what about the bullet holes in the wall? Yes, the bullet holes. I believe our forehead neatly explained those for us.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we totally did. Yeah! I'm gonna strangle Clavier. I hate this.
You didn't miss because they couldn't see. It was the kickback from the 45 caliber revolver. A simple accident, in other words. As that, I'm afraid your objection has just flown off for brighter skies.
This is where the real fun begins, their forehead. Ah!
I knew you didn't have what it took.
You jerk. Just what was I in here for? Comic relief? Yeah, apologize.
Oh, sorry.
That's no way to apologize.
He's angered the Trucy now. Look out.
If we could please end the bickering, like now.
Pretty easier just make up characters. A blind pixie can't afford later and need a translator.
Oh, fuck.
Whatever, I'm not leaving. Can't leave like this. I'll come up with some clue to solve this case if it kills me.
But your testimony has already given us enough to convict the defendant.
Don't say that. Aha!
Aha, what?
This blood stain. The criminal tried to wipe it off, right?
That seems to be what happened, yes.
We might be able to find out what was really written here.
Oh, really? You can do that?
That's right. With this. What is that? Is that luminol? Yes! We gotta win for the luminol lovers! Let's go! Oh my god, luminol!
Maybe you know of it. It's a chemical that reacts to blood. Ah, yes. Have we done those tests yet?
As if I'm gonna tell you.
The bloodstains covering a section of the carpet. In order to perform blood tests, that section was removed and submitted. Perhaps we should request it to hear in court now.
Ah, there it is. Girl, they stole the entire carpet.
Right. Go for it, Apollo.
Huh? I have to do the test?
You just have to spray the luminol on it. Simple. Chemical that reacts to blood. I've heard of this somewhere.
Yes, I believe an analyst is called for. Analysis is called for. Have at it.
Right, ready? It's easy as pie. Just press space to spray an area. Here, give it a try.
The eyes of the entire court are focused on me.
Apollo, your hand is shaking.
God! Let's do this.
Spray the luminol. Ooh, what is that? Ooh! Whose Wi-Fi password is this?
The fuck?
IP...
What the hell is that? Wow, it really works.
IPYX314206. This must be the power of science.
It says IPXX314206.
Whose gamer tag is that?
Is that the killer's name?
Maybe it is. If the killer was a robot.
Aha! I have it. So, what is it? I thought those letters IPXX looked familiar. This is an Interpol ID number.
Interpol? Interpol? What?
Interpol? You mean the International Police Agency? Yes, most are undercover agents working to solve international crimes. But why would he write that number? Why would Mr. Latus even know a number like that? Good show, Fräulein Detective. Rock on! Your Honor, we can verify this number immediately. Darian, are you there? Come up to the witness stand. Oh, hey, Shark Boy. What's up with you, Mondo? Darian, you heard what we need. Go check this in Interpol's ID number. Sure thing. Give me 30 minutes. No, 27.
Girl, we gotta do something for 27 minutes. Go, go, go.
I'm not sure what to think of all of this. The prosecution's case is airtight, or so it seems. Yet if this number is really part of an Interpol agent...
Oh, wait. I know. What if Machi Tobaye is really an undercover
Interpol agent. Excuse you? The child? The 16-year-old? No, not even the 14-year-old? Yeah, right.
That would be a possibility.
Truly? My god.
A possibility, yes. And one that would mark him as the killer for certain.
God, let's hope not. It's the Banana Man. Where is he? We need to get Curious George up in here.
Why did Mr. Latus know an Interpol ID number? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, that's really what I want to know.
Well, we'll have some time before we have some time while we await Darian's report. Now, let's work on unveiling another mystery, shall we? Ah, the curious mystery concerning Machi Tobaye. What are you talking about? Fräulein Detective, please accept my apologies. I received word that the defendant could, in fact, see just before the trial began. It seemed too much of a bother to tell you.
Ted. Yeah, fuck it up, Ted. Wherever he may be. We need to get Ted in this courtroom right now. Where is he? Ted, we know it was you. We have the place surrounded. We know you murdered this man. This man who knows an Interpol number. We know it was you. Put your hands up!
You had me until that last bit. This is already a rather straightforward question. Well, sure. Why did Machi pretend he couldn't see? Yeah, okay.
Because he wasn't covering for him. He was covering for Lemuel, wasn't he?
Exactly. That makes a little sense. What do you think, Air Forehead?
Chrissy, get your yellow cousin Ted out of the damn vents. He's in the vents! Oh my god.
Huh? Me? Machi Tobaye pretended he was blind. Do you know why? How could he have known?
Wait. Prosecutor Gavin knows why, doesn't he?
Of course he does. When the fuck does he not? He's known from the start of the trial. He's been leading us the whole time.
He fucking reasonably did the translator thing, yeah.
Something wrong? Do you think perhaps this is some kind of game? Know that the moment I heard that report, I knew why.
How we got this far in a case where the vet is a main feature without making a single Among Us reference, or am I forgetting? I think it's because it's such an easy get, isn't it? Like, come on. It's so easy. We wouldn't even have to try. That's probably why.
I suppose people who have sold over 1 million records really are something else.
What does that have to do with anything?
And there was a reason why Machi Tobaye pretended to be blind. But it wasn't for his own sake. Getting the picture now? It wasn't for himself.
Well, Mr. Justice, can you present evidence that shows us why the defendant had to feign blindness?
Yeah, I think I can. Machi had no reason to pretend he couldn't see, which means... Oh, it couldn't be. Good show, Air Forehead. It seems you've thought of something.
Why can't I figure these things out on my own? I hate having to take clues. I have to take my cues from this guy. Very well. Look at this. Look at this photograph. This is why he was pretending he couldn't see. It was because of the publicity photo, because she's the sightseeing mystic. That would ruin the image.
There it is. Lamiwa.
Lamiwa and Machi Tobaye. recall their relationship, in particular their unique arrangement over the years before visiting our country. Lamiwa and her pianist. They would always walk together, she leading him by the hand. Even when they got on stage, she would lead him to the piano. She would walk all the way over there with him. That's right, because he was blind. She led him at all times, never letting him go.
All times?
Yeah, we have just learned something that makes their arrangement peculiar indeed. Machi could see. Why do they have to keep up this act the whole time?
Well, isn't it part of their performance?
I think there's a simpler explanation. Machi did not need to be led by hand at all. That can only mean that can only be one thing. Really? Really, it was the other way around. The one who needed to be led by the hand was Lamiwa.
What's this? So you mean to say that Lamiwa is... she's...
Yes, Your Honor. Lamiwa is blind. What?
This is crazy, Prosecutor Gavin!
Is it now?
Please shed some sanity on this madness.
Oh, one moment, hold on. There we go, much better. Sorry about that.
The defense has made an outrageous claim.
The only thing outrageous I see about the defense is his vast forehead. Yet I see it is not vast in vain this time. He is quite correct.
But that makes no sense.
Yeah, wasn't she supposed to be the landscape painter and sound or something? Well, since we have her here, why not ask Lamiwa herself? I believe she is in the I believe she is still in the witness waiting room.
Apollo! What does this mean for our case? Don't ask me, I have no idea she couldn't see. I like how his thing is punching a wall, like why? I don't know, it's a very quick way to silence the courtroom. I like it. I hadn't even imagined it until now.
Bailiff, bring in Lamiwa.
Hi, darling. Hey! How you doing?
Lamiwa, it pains me deeply to call you before us again in this way. And yet I must. Please do not be concerned on my behalf. Those eyes. She really can't see? Really? It is true. How funny is it that a tiny lie born in the Burgundian countryside would one day grow to entangle the world?
So you are?
Yes. As I mentioned before, I have no memory of the time I became Lamiwa. I too know that my memories began in darkness. The word light has no meaning for Lamiwa.
I see.
I love her outfit. I agree. I agree, Paige-chan. That outfit, I love it so much.
You may recall...
Oh, you may recall me saying something towards the beginning of this trial, therefore.
What's that?
I believe I said it was unfortunate this crime had no direct witnesses.
Ah!
Now, Lamiwa, I must ask you to stand once more. Will you testify to the court about your eyes? Of course. It was never my intent to deceive any of you. May I begin, Your Honor?
Yes, of course.
No, I admit I'm a little lost here. I think we're all a little bit lost here, Your Honor.
Lamiwa's eyes. I have no memory of the light. I debuted in a world of darkness and sound. My producer came up with my PR line before he knew this. So, silly as it may sound, I had to pretend I could see. Everyone on my staff knew, of course, but no others. Interesting.
I guess just press everything.
Well, this is a murder trial.
I apologize. It was a part of my contract, you see? I was to keep my blindness a secret, no matter what. Music is everything for me. I never imagined something like this would.
She told the truth. She told us the truth in the beginning. When she said she saw nothing.
Very well. Does the defense have anything to add?
I'd like to cross-examine. But what is there left to ask? There's one thing in her testimony that bothered me. Perhaps it is best we let you get it out of your system. Someday you'll come to understand the importance of thinking for yourself.
Very well. The defense may proceed. However,
Be aware this court will not tolerate any questions deeming too stressful to the witness. Oh, okay. Okay. There's only one part that bothered me. Oh, okay, never mind. Just let me ask about that and I'll be happy. Okay, what part? Cross-examination. Lamiwa's eyes. No memory of the light. To be in the world of darkness and sound. Using him more than pure line before he knew this, so silly doesn't sound ahead of it to make him see. Probably this part, right? It's gotta be this. When you say your staff, do you mean Mr. Latouche? Do you include Mr. Latouche? Of course. He was my manager. So he knew. And that's what's been bugging me.
something the matter, Mr. Justice?
I believe I know what is bothering our young defense attorney. You were thinking about when you discovered the body, yes?
Is he right, Apollo?
Yes, I was.
He's a lot. Oh, wait. Mr. Latouche, can you hear me?
Cold. So cold, witness.
You're cold? Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Can't see. The witness can't see. He wasn't talking about himself. He was talking about the siren. The witness is Siren. Mr. Latouche told me to ask the witness and he named you. Why would he do that? He knew you were blind. I don't know.
What did I just say? You need to learn to think for yourself.
Meaning what?
There is no mystery here if you recall everything he said. Think of his last words once more.
The witness, Siren. We've heard them many times, along with a little play acting by our defense.
I remember them well myself, but that statement is not what I refer.
I mean what he said before that.
Ah! That's right. He tried to tell you. When he said can't see, he wasn't talking about himself. He was talking about the witness.
I see!
Too bad the defense did not. Well, her forehead. Try relaxing and looking at the facts next time.
Why label her as a witness?
Order, order!
Recall Lamiwa's earlier testimony. There was something recently staged in the backstage exit. There were 2 shots, and I couldn't do anything to stop it.
But you couldn't have heard those gunshots. I thought we proved that.
That is not the most important part here.
Hmm?
The moment he was shot, Mr. Latouche witnessed her through the window. Why else would he have named her as the witness? But I really did hear them. 2 gunshots. And the man's voice. Unfortunately, such a thing was impossible. The window was closed. We have already done a simulation, of course. But it was so clear. If I just heard that voice again, I would know in an instant.
She seems so sure about that. It makes me wonder if we're wrong about this window. Maybe it was open at the time of the murder and just Clavier didn't know. That's alright.
Hmm.
Your Honor,
What is it, bailiff? Can't you see we're in the session here?
we have the results back from the investigation.
The investigation?
The Interpol number that Lesus left us. Oh! Damn, that was quick. I guess he did get it in 27 minutes or less.
Well, let's hear it. We will continue this cross-examination afterwards. Detective Crescent, your report, please.
Hello, Shark Boy. Welcome back. I asked Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll find their answer intriguing. And what's the answer? Quick work is Arian. Quick work is always Darian.
Well, tell us about the number. Is the defendant a secret agent?
IPXX 314206. The agent registered under this number was Romain Latouche. He wrote down his own Interpol number? What? Our undercover Interpol agent was Mr. Latouche himself. He was apparently in the middle of an operation. An operation? So, when he wrote down those letters, he was trying to tell us his own identity. And a cautious killer tried to wipe them away. Mr. Latouche was an undercover Interpol agent. So him being Lemiwa's manager, was a falsity, but why? It was just a cover, most likely. She did mention he was new, like 3 months new. There was one other important detail I found. Well, out with it. It concerns the .45 caliber revolver, the murder weapon. Apparently, it belonged to Romain Latouche. He had an Interpol permit to carry firearms, and the registration number on the revolver matched. So the victim was killed with his own weapon, which makes sense. So to imagine someone who was an Interpol agent with such a large revolver. So the victim was an Interpol agent on an undercover op. I wonder how that ties into everything. That's gotta tie in somehow, you'd think. Yeah, somehow.
Thanks for looking into that for us, Detective Crescent. It's a great help.
Oh, no problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading out. Hello? Lemiwa? Wait.
Lemiwa? Is something the matter?
That voice just now.
Darian?
Mr. Darian, is it? It was him. I am sure of it.
It was him?
You weren't saying. What did I say? Girl! I fucking knew it! Girl was like, if I heard his voice, I would know. And she fucking knew. That voice I heard talking to Mr. Latouche when I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Darian. Ugh, this is some kind of joke. What? The way. The courtroom fell into such a chaotic state the trial had to be suspended temporarily. I'd never seen that happen before. Never doubt me. Of course, it's not every day that you get an accusation like that one. Oh. Lemiwa fingering Darian Crescent. Not only is he a guitarist, he's a detective. Could it really have been his voice Lemiwa heard? Things were changing fast, and frankly, I wasn't sure I could keep up with it. Hey, no whipping out now, Apollo! Oh, man! Oh! To be continued. I hate to end it here, but it's too juicy. Alright, yeah, let's absolutely save. Fuck! How the hell do you pick the voices for each character and it fits so well? Instinct. I look at a character and I go, what do I think you sound like? And most of the time, I think I do a half-decent job at it. Just double save just in case. Alright, let's head out of here. Man! Girl accusing, fucking crescent immediately. That's crazy. All right. All right. It's also a testament to good visual storytelling. It really is, yeah. Do it so fast I keep forgetting you're the one doing it. Sometimes I slip up. I kept doing the judge's voice for Clavier this time. But I'm very glad you think it's very good. Thank you. Speaking of thank yous, thank you all so much for coming by and hanging out with me. Thank you. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me quickly turn on the music. There we go. Hold on. There we go. Whoops, not there. There we go. Thank you all so much for coming by and hanging out with me. Thank you. Thank you, Izzy. Thank you, Pagetown. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, anybody and everybody who came out and hung out with us. Thank you. Mwah. As always, I stream here on Twitch twice a week, usually between Thursdays and Thursdays and Sundays, 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have a Discord, which was just posted in chat just a couple seconds ago. It was also in the description of all of my VODs. Hopefully that still works. I don't know if it does. I think it still works. It should still work. What else? I have a YouTube channel of where I post all my VODs, usually the day after they are streamed, at the same name, at NihilLights. Discord server, updates and other stuff get posted all the time. And yeah, thank you all so much for coming by and hanging out with me. And it looks like you're still working. Okay, that's good. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!